TKbreezy, joined with Austy, as per usual. And honestly, it wasn't a lot that was going on in the Smash community this week that was notable to talk about. But there's been a huge epidemic in the world that is now kind of trickling down to events. That is coronavirus. Obviously, if you guys have not heard about that, you must have been living under a rock, because it's been like the last 2 months worth of talk. And then on top of that, a bunch of events have been canceling. Some big name events such as E3. I think it's confirmed that it's canceling. I know that TwitchCon had canceled, TwitchCon, the EU one. So we're all kind of looking to see what happens for TwitchCon in San Diego, if that decides to cancel or not. Yeah, one event that didn't cancel, obviously, that we'll be talking about also is CEO Dreamland. But before we get into that, obviously, Austin, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Had a pretty productive day. How about you?
Had a what today?
Productive day.
Oh yeah. No, I'd say it was pretty cool. I mean, I got through a couple dungeons in Mystery Dungeon. Great game. And then I'm gonna wash some clothes and get ready to pack to go to CEO Dreamland. So I got upgraded for both my flights, already first class, because obviously no one is flying. So thanks, Delta.
Bro, isn't it nice? Like, I was looking at flight tickets. I was considering going to final round next week, and they're like $60 when originally they were like 120, 200. So
Yeah.
like the flights are like insanely cheap because no one's flying because of coronavirus, man.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm kind of thinking about going to Japan. I'm like, nah.
I don't know about that one.
I don't know. I don't know where. If I were going to take a cheap flight anywhere, I don't know. I think I would go to like Hawaii. I haven't been to. I was born in Hawaii, but I haven't been there since like.
You were born in Hawaii?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
I'm born in Hawaii. Lived there for 7 years. Haven't been there since. So, I would check it out. But regardless, so guys, I haven't done like a crazy amount of research on the coronavirus. What the? What is this? I see that there's an update actually right here on from Discord. It says, in light of the COVID-19, we're temporarily upping the Go live streaming and screen share limit from 10 to 50 people for the next few months. We know a lot of you around the world are currently using Discord to keep in touch and perform daily tasks, from keeping up with classes to working from home. We want to make your world a little less stressful. We'll keep this limit up, which it looks like it's a joke, but now you can actually run like online classrooms. So that's
that's lit. Sick. Yeah, there's a lot of classes getting canceled. I know in New York State alone, they've canceled pretty much all of the private schools in New York have been shut down. Public schools are still kind of like going, but people are trying to like boycott it and try to like make it shut down. But it's a big deal, you know, like it's affecting the whole world. There's countries that are completely on lockdown, like Italy just went on lockdown, where they can't have any big events. Like if you have a wedding or a funeral, it's canceled or postponed. Like you can't do it. Yeah, like they're taking it very seriously. So the question is, what's gonna happen?
I'm glad that people are taking it seriously, because you know, well, I'm glad that like events are taking it seriously, because I feel like Smashers would not. You know, like we already got to the point where we've seen a couple of people make tweets like, "Oh man, I just caught the flu, but I really need to go to this tournament." Now people gonna be like, "Oh, you know, I don't know if I have corona, but I am sick, but I'm still gonna go to the fucking tournament anyway." And the next thing you know, whole outbreak of coronavirus because you decided you needed to go to an A tier or an S tier. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that event TOs and it sucks, you know, it sucks for a lot of people. Like if events are canceling, that means I'm gonna lose out on, you know, jobs. Same. But at the same time, I'd rather be jobless for a couple months and alive than sick and bedridden because I went to one tournament for, you know, $500 and then came home and I had the coronavirus. So, you know, I heard it's not targeting. There's been some reports that it's mostly like fatal for like old people, and it seems to be like kind of not really targeting old people, but old people have been like the prime suspects of getting it. Doesn't mean that young people can't get it. I think it just means their immune systems are more readily available to fight it. I'm 30. My immune system is probably going to start dropping soon. So, you know, I got to be a little safe. You know, I got to be a little safe.
Yeah. Well, it's attacking people that have like
compromised immune systems too. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like the big deal. So they're just trying to contain it while they work on like a vaccine, essentially, which won't come out for like a year. So, I mean, we can already look at the list of events that have already been canceled, like not counting Smash. Like, you know, E3 is rumored to be canceled, which would be a gigantic blow.
I actually think they I don't know if they confirmed it yet. Let me see.
E3. I saw the tweet yesterday of Devolver Digital saying that, like, better cancel your plans or whatever.
Oh no, that's done 2 hours ago. Here it is.
Oh
Just
shoot.
E3 2020 has been canceled. The June event in Los Angeles will no longer be held following increased and overwhelming concerns about the COVID-19 virus. The announcement adds our team will be reaching out to exhibitors and attendees with information shortly. Which, to be real, that like it sucks, but it also works out for me very well because E3 was the same weekend as um, that summit, and
Mm.
I was like very conflicted because I love E3, but also I love going to Summit. So I was like, damn, how am I going to make both of these work? And now don't have to worry about that anymore. The more you know, I don't.
Hopefully Summit doesn't get canceled. Not that, we'll see what happens.
I feel like
But
Summit's it's a little more of a concentrated area. So
yeah.
there's like 16 players. It's like 6 commentators, and then a bunch some guests. But it's like so all together, it's like 50 people in the room, right? Which
Yeah.
is way better than having 5,000 people in the room when you go to a regular tournament or whatever the numbers are of that would be.
Yeah,
So,
it's mostly just focusing on like big events that are getting canceled. And I know some big Smash events are going to have to be on the lookout. And the thing is, like, SXSW canceled. Even I don't know if you are familiar with Hacks Money's weekly that he runs in New York City, but he canceled those. He used to do every Wednesday nights because because in New York City it's actually like becoming a problem.
It's a problem up there, right?
Yeah. Like I'm a little disturbed to ride on the subway sometimes because of it, but it's whatever. I get it.
Yeah.
But
public trans, man, that's what it'll do to you. You guys are all those crazy people up there too. People just be shitting on the subway.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
no,
man.
but seriously, like it sucks that like they announced the Smash World Tour this year, and then this happens. Do you think that's gonna like affect it? Do you think like Super Smash Con might get canceled because of this virus, depending on how serious it gets?
I feel like as of right now, it seems like the lesser but still big events are being canceled. As in the chat, they said that the Full Bloom has been canceled. Royal Flush, I don't think well, that's Double Down now. I don't know if that's actually been canceled or not. I literally just talked to Gimmer today and he didn't say anything about it. So if that's canceled though, I mean, like, I get it, like it is definitely
safety first.
It's definitely safety first. Like there's no reason to not cancel your event if you're worried that like this is like a lot of people will come there and there could be potential spreading. You don't want to be the event that it's like, oh, this was the major coronavirus outbreak.
Everyone's quarantined.
Smash community. Yeah, so like I get it.
Imagine
okay, Full Bloom was canceled. Okay, got
it. Imagine being quarantined at like Smash Con, like you're just stuck in that venue, can't leave for weeks. That sounds
actually now to think about it, I think Full Bloom was canceled for the sole fact that it's at a school. So Full Bloom's at a school, and if the school's being like if they're going to close down or they're being more cautious, of course they're going to cancel any extra curricular events like a full tournament. So I get that, definitely understand that. But yeah, man, like I mean, what other events do you know that have been canceled?
Let's hear. SXSW, E3, NorCal Regionals got canceled, which that was coming up in about 3 weeks or like next month sometime. Okay. April 10th through the 12th is when it was running. Okay. That's all I've heard from like the FGC. Obviously, we know about the Mortal Kombat tournament that just happened over the weekend, where they literally the day before they decided that there were going to be no spectators and they weren't running a last chance qualifier. And NetherRealm Studios actually did like a good job of like giving refunds and stuff and making sure to compensate everyone that like traveled to go to it. And they made it like a private event only, just for like the people to compete. So they didn't want to lower the risk, And,
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and the Capcom Tour pulled out of a lot of the events are still going on, but Capcom Tour is no longer a part of it. Let's see here. Arxis Tour got pushed back to April. It was supposed to start this month, and so there's no events except for Final Round, which is kind of weird. Next week, that's part of the circuit, but no other events are. And I foresee them pushing it back even further, depending on how serious this gets. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening, and Smash is so grassroots that there's no company that's attached to it. So I think a lot of this is just companies trying to, cover their bases and be like, okay, we don't want to be the company. Capcom doesn't want to be known as the company that spread the virus, So.
Yeah. I think that you said the people running Pound. Sandy531 said that I think the people running Pound are saying to hold off on registering before COVID, because of COVID. I'm part of VG, and I haven't heard anything crazy about that yet. Pound is, all the next few tournaments that I'm scheduled to go to have not been canceled so far. So Dreamland has not been canceled. Final Saga has not
Final
been
Saga,
canceled.
yeah.
Even though South by Southwest has been canceled, the Shack News Invitational has not been canceled, so we're still going to Austin. And then Pound has not been canceled that I know of so far. So if that does get canceled, again, we're in understanding. I'm in a very like area of understanding like if things get canceled. Again, as Austy also said, we're not grassroots, so we have to make. I mean, we're not sponsored by a company. We're just grassroots, so we have to make our own rules. And so it's really up to the TO's discretion of do I want to deal with the logistics of making sure that everyone feels safe, and or not. And honestly, as a TO, if I was a TO myself, I probably would not want to do that. That seems like a lot of ways for your event to go down in history. One, if it ends up being where the outbreak starts, or two, if you just don't have enough like things to keep people's mind at ease. If you don't have hand sanitizer at every setup or something, and people will find ways to complain. And I don't think I'd want the logistics of that coming up on me.
Right. I actually just finished working Super TSB, an event in New York City last weekend, and dude, they had hand sanitizer everywhere. And, like it was readily available. Like you couldn't walk 2 feet like without seeing it. Like it was literally all over the place, and it made everyone feel a lot better when that was there because my hands were hella dry by the end of the event. But
that makes sense, man. I mean, it definitely makes sense. I mean, I'm how like Smashers and all this like sharing drinks and shit. I'm not sharing drinks with nobody.
No.
For a while. Like, we are not doing that. None of that. Yo, let me get that bottle. Nope, don't know you. I don't know you. Like today,
even if I do know you, like
yeah, we can be friends for 10 years. And at this tournament, I do not know you. Not like that. So yeah, man, we were just, that's how that Genesis sickness happened, man. That's everyone's always like, I get so sick, bro. We're all drinking out the same bottle. Like, hello, like
bro,
how we're
plague
getting
comes to life, like
that's true. So
from the mic to the bottle.
But as of right now, yeah, I'm not sharing no bottles with nobody. Yeah, I'm not sharing no drinks with nobody. I'm not even gonna buy you a drink. I don't even like that's dead. You have to bring your own stuff.
You don't even want to risk like touching it because of the bartender. Like, imagine like you think they have it.
Yeah, like let my bartender do anything with his hands. Then I'm like, hold on, man.
Yeah. Hold up.
I just saw that you wiped your nose. I need you to wash your hands.
Bro, I need them to wear like that full out gear too. Like they need to be wearing like the
yeah.
mask and like the whole helmet. I cannot be able to make eye contact with them because of it. Like that's how much I need.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I think there was another topic that we can squeeze in here, and it wasn't on the docket because I just feel like it's not anything of importance. But people love petty, so let's talk petty. Fiction's an idiot, and this is why. Okay. Well, actually, Fiction's an idiot, but you guys are more idiots for even like humoring him. Fiction says all kind of dumb stuff all the time, and I feel like he plays both sides of the coin, where like he's like, oh, I can't believe people will be so riled up about this game, but then he's like super passionate about Melee, so like you understand it, like you understand being passionate about a Smash game. I've seen this man do or like say, oh, you can tell a lot about people's personality based off how they play. Like that's some fucking cornball shit to say, right? So like him saying that and then going on to be like, oh man, I can't believe people are so riled up is like, come on, bro. Like I can't believe that everyone fed into it so much. Like I get that, like, oh, I can get these likes and retweets off of condemning this. Oh my God, like there it is, great interactions. But at the same time, bro, like he's also now getting a bunch of analytics if that's what he was going for. And I'm just so surprised that everyone jumped on this Fiction case again. Like this is not the first time he said this. There's no reason to call him out about it. It's not going to change anything. He's just eating the shit up. And then about 3 months from now, he's going to say something else about Ultimate. So I don't know.
I literally have nothing to add to this because I didn't even know this was happening until like you guys mentioned it in like the Discord or whatever, and I was like, wait, what? And I had to look it up. Oh, there was the one thing where I think it was Bear or someone that replied to it talking about how like if all of your notifications, all your like things on Twitter, your feed is just negativity or you complaining about stuff, like you won't get picked up by a sponsor.
That was the other thing I said too. So I mean, but I was thinking about that like on a case of where all these Smashers were getting upset that someone else that doesn't play their game is dunking on it. Well, that's your fault. Like if you ever notice, like when I'm talking about Smash, I don't really talk about things that annoy me on my timeline. Usually if I'm posting a video about Smash, it's something cool that I did or something cool that I saw or whatever like that. And there's stuff that I definitely don't like about this game. That is just, I mean, there's stuff that I don't like about some of my favorite games. I mean, there's stuff that I don't like about Power Stone, and I love that game. But for me, to sit and only talk about the stuff that I dislike, if it's always going to leave a bad taste in anyone's mouth. So I don't understand how you, as a smasher who only complains about how bad this game is, will get mad when someone else does it when they're only following your example. Like, I get the whole like, there's been a couple of examples where people like, oh, it's like if your brother is teasing you, you guys know each other, like whatever. But if like a random does it, then you're upset. And I'm like, I get that analogy, but it does not make it does not translate well over to what you're doing now. You're not making fun of your little brother. You're making fun of something that you're very passionate about. And then someone else comes along and does the same thing. And now you want to be offended, even though he's potentially saying the same shit that you said at some point in time, but it's just okay because you play the game. That's gatekeeping and that's fucking whack. And if you want people to enjoy your game, then talk more positively about it.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much in a nutshell. Just don't bitch. Don't complain about other people's games. Like, don't complain about your game. Don't just lower the complaining level just a little bit on Twitter, and everyone will be a lot happier. But he's doing it for the impressions. He knows people eat it up, so that's why he does it.
Yeah, and it was funny too that everyone's like, "Oh yeah, man. See, the reason why we're okay with Leffen complaining is because Leffen,
he's good."
And he's like, yeah, he wants the game to be better, and I'm sure he does. But Leffen's brand of complaining is very annoying as well. So I don't really care how good he is or how good anyone is. Like, if at the end of every tournament, if MKLeo was complaining, I would unfollow him too. Like, I don't care. Like, he's great. He's a great player, but I don't want to see that shit on my timeline all the time. So I just, it's just not fun. So anyway, you're all idiots for falling for fiction's bait. That's the bottom line. I can't believe that like 9,000 people quote retweeted. Esam's over there. He actually said, "Be better." What are you, fucking nerd? Be better? Like, where'd you get that shit from? Anyway.
I don't know why you calling him a nerd. Just like that did it to me. I don't know.
Be better, bro. What the? All right, be Melania, better. Be best. All right. Anyway, enough of that. Enough of that. Moving on. Dreamland. That's what we're going to this weekend. I actually have to pack soon. I have not done that at all. So I will be getting around to do that. I will have to finish watching clothes as well. So I'm gonna get around to doing that soon. But let's see who's actually going to CO Dreamland who didn't drop out yet.
This is the first gold tier tournament of the season. The tour actually starts on Friday, so we're starting off with a bang. And then after that, like literally anything can be a tour event. Like weeklies and whatever. Like any tournament that has 32 entrants. So a little bit exciting to see the tour like kick off and see where it goes from there.
All right, so I'm gonna give you the top 25 as we can see right now. Looks like Mars is actually seated first, so good stuff to Mars. We got Mars, Samsora, Meister, Tweak, DeBuzz, Light, Kuro, Cosmos, Leon, Salem, Gact, Goblin, MVD, Scat, Cola, Mute Ace, Arfang, Ned, Epic, Gabriel, Matty G, Vinya, Fatality, Jen, and Puppe and Ling Ling. So that's the top 25. I feel like the competition is definitely missing some of the heavy hitters at the top, but I think that there's still a very good top 8 that we'll see, with the top 5 being, or the top 6 being Mars, Samsora, Meister, Tweak, DeBuzz, and Light. Could be Mars' chance to really like establish real dominance here if he ends up taking this one as well. But Tweak not having to deal with MKLeo could be a blessing, but what is this? What is the set count with Meister right now?
Between who and who? A Tweak and Meister?
Tweak and Meister, yeah.
Let me look it up.
Yeah, so regardless though, there's some pretty good competition here. Goblin is probably going to be trying to make a name for himself in a major way, seeing that he just had that whole big weird beef with MK or Mr. R that's going to culminate at Gommel. So if you guys were not aware of that, there's going to be a money match of Gommel between Goblin and Mr. R. We should see how that goes down. Old school versus new school, basically.
I had this accounts. Meister versus Tweak. They've only fought twice, and they're 1-1. The latest one, Meister beat Tweak at Frostbite, but Tweak beat Meister at Congo Saga. So it's been a bit.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll see how this one plays out. And then Samsora, like I don't know, Samsora's pretty hit or miss to me. I feel like he's either making 9th or 2nd or 1st. Like that's. Yeah, that's where usually we're missing. Like, he's either playing amazing or he doesn't get in the top 8, like right outside of top 8. So we'll see how he plays. Obviously, that's my son though, so I'm always rooting for him.
We could always have players like find rejuvenation through the fact that like this is worth points now, and that could like spark a fire underneath some new players, to try to like grind harder. because I know that's always been an issue for some players that like they don't want to try that hard because like what's the point besides just having fun. But now
Yeah.
there's like a lot of money on the line, and I'm actually shocked not as many people came to CEO Dreamland because of that. But I wonder if it's because the tour was announced too late for people to plan to go to CEO Dreamland or whatever.
Yeah.
But like I know people are going to start looking at like the gold tiers and the platinum tiers.
Yo, I'm not even like, again, I'm not even doing anything for Ultimate. So I'm about to be fucking crowd warrior today at this tournament for this top 8. So good time. While we're sitting here though, I guess we can sit here and talk about some of the other events. CEO Dreamland actually hosts Brawlhalla as well, and Mario Kart, and Wii U. So might see some more Wii U and Rivals. Yeah, and Rivals. And there's Mario Party 2 being done here as well, and then Melee. But I'm gonna talk about the singles. Let's go ahead and see who's coming for Melee real quick.
Bro, Brawl is there?
Do not see Brawl.
I see right there.
Brawl singles right there.
What the frick?
Okay. All right, so the Melee tournament looks like it has some pretty good competition here. We got HBox, Plup, Axe, Mewtwo King, Wizrobe, None, S2J, Gatsu, Magi, Cobalt, Calvar, Panda, Slug, the Swooper. Actually, I'm running out of names. I don't know any of these people now. Crunch. And yeah. All right, so pretty much right all the way at the bottom, right after I get past the top 10, I think I don't really recognize a lot of these. I know Slug too, and King Momo, but I don't recognize a lot of these names. But there's the top 10 is looking pretty nice. There's potential to see HBox Plup Grand Finals, HBox Axe Grand Finals. Mewtwo King could be slapping today as well. You never know. So yeah, this is actually looking like a pretty good tournament. And here on the Brawlhalla side, I don't know if you guys follow Brawlhalla, but I do follow enough of it. You got Sandstorm going. Well, actually, just gonna go. We can give the top 8. So Sandstorm, Pugsy, Costelix, Ethan, Travis, Boomy, Wrenched, and Noel, which is crazy because like their top 8 is very like Sandstorm is number 1 for sure. Yes. But like 2 through 8 is like a very big toss up about who like will do well here. So that's pretty cool.
Kind of reminds me of Ultimate a bit, with like MKLeo being like the dominant one, and then everyone else is like up for grabs.
Yeah. Looking over to Brawl though, who the fuck entered Brawl?
DeBuzz, MVD, Player 1, okay. Nick Riddle, Mike Gray 4. That's it. That's all I got.
That's all. Okay, all right.
But
all right, so yeah, man, should be a good tournament here. Just overall for anybody who loves Smash, or platform fighters.
Wii U has more entrants than Brawl. That blows my mind. I thought Brawl would be more popular. I legitimately thought like people like love Brawl with the passion, like they always have like that tournament dedicated to Brawl, Return to Subspace or whatever. Yeah. And then I see Wii U with more entrants, so that's crazy.
Man, Mars entered Wii U. I'm surprised. Yeah, Mars entered Wii U and he still plays the same character. I cannot do that. I can.
How?
Yeah, that's how you end up going for boost kicks in positions that they're not actually guaranteed in Ultimate. So
yeah, I play a new character every game, man. That's how you do it.
Yeah,
like Chrome's not available in Wii U, so
yeah,
you can't mess it up.
Yeah, well, I mean, I play Wii Fit in that, but I'm pretty much doing the same things over. She just works better in this game. So
yeah.
What's this? What's that? Garthan, the Alchemist, said that System Austy mentioned also prevents people from wanting to dodge events after placing really well at a single S tier. Oh, true. Yeah, well, that's the reason why the VG Bootcamp decided to do that with the Smash World Tour. 1, because Tekken World Tour does that, but 2, to stop people from just kind of like going to one event and then being like, oh, word, S tier, I'm good. Like I got first in this one, so now I can just go to a bunch of A tiers and kind of like, or B tiers and win those or get second at those and still be good because I got first at this one S tier.
Right.
Nah, man, you gotta. It's consistency basically.
You're also not penalized for going to a tournament. If you get last at a tournament because you lost to Joe Schmo, that doesn't affect you negatively. You just don't get points. That's it. Like you don't get negative points, and I like that a lot because the worst thing that a Smasher can do is spend all that money, like $500+ for like hotel, flight, everything to go somewhere to lose points because they didn't perform well. Like that's a terrible feeling. So.
Damn, dude, like it's so crazy too. All these retweets that I'm seeing now that keep having COVID in it. Now Bear just retweeted that the Mirage LV, which I'm pretty sure is a hotel, is closely monitoring the recent update of a confirmed coronavirus case involving a guest. We continue following the guidance provided by CDC.gov and stuff, and the local health departments in Las Vegas. Updates can be found here. Like the shit is real, man. Like I feel like a lot of people have been kind of sleeping on it, but like no, the shit is real now. Like it is literally in America and it is causing issues. And so be safe if you're going to tournaments. I have to go to a lot of tournaments. I'm about to be on my extra healthy shit.
Don't touch your face.
don't touch your. I'm touching it right now.
Don't.
I'm doing it.
That's the worst thing you can do. You got it.
Put my hands in my mouth.
You caught it. Oh my god.
Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna be carrying disinfectant wipes. I'm gonna be hitting my I'm gonna be hitting like whenever I'm done commentary or I'm about to get on commentary. I'm hitting that with the
1000%. Like I'm not putting anything on my ears.
Yep. So I'll be healthy. I will be healthy boys out here. So, but yeah, man, as I said, really wasn't a lot to talk about. I know that there's like one other issue that people are talking about, and it's the fact that so that ESA thing has come up, and we're gonna actually go deeper into this ESA thing next week because I think I'm gonna have Halloran come up and talk about the E series. But Team Zero too. We can talk about that. But yeah, ESA came up, and they are doing the E series thing. But their E series thing is on Thursday, and there's a lot of areas where their locals are also on Thursday. So now there's conflict between ESA and these areas that have locals on Thursdays, such as what is going on in Florida. Florida has a local on Thursday, and ESA did their thing on Thursday. And Florida people are like, look, we want to obviously support you. And this E series thing, it sounds like a great idea. But the thing is, you're coming in and you're strong arming our locals that took a long time to build. And it sucks that like this is the day that you guys have kind of like decided to be on. So there's no real solution for that right now because it's been set in stone. Like this is the Thursday that we use. The reason why they do that is because the feed goes in-house. So they start on the West Coast or the East Coast, and they'll commentate like the top 3 there, and then they'll keep moving over until it's like on the West Coast because obviously time zones. So because of that, they can't really move it right now. I think there has been some talk of trying to there's been some talk that is trying to like move that day, but I don't know how they're going to be able to do that. And it's just like the hands are tied in both situations. You don't want to force Florida to move because obviously they've kind of built their brand on Thursday or whatever, but you also can't really change your date right now. So there's going to be conflict until it can be resolved. And I'm not sure when it can be resolved. So
yeah, it sucks because like, like if people are loyal to their local, then that ESA event's going to get like no entrance. And then it's like, what's the point of even running it? So ESA's got to do something. Like I don't think they can. They're gonna have to be the ones to move. I think like if they want to get the attendance they're hoping for. So
So outside of that, I guess the only other thing we can talk about is Team Zero. I don't know if you heard anything about it. Did you hear anything about that?
I heard that Team Zero is picking up players to like help them get picked up by a real team by supplying them with like flights or hotels or stuff like that. I'm not entirely sure.
That's about right.
That's my vague idea.
That's the gist of it. Yeah, Zero's basically like he's sponsoring players for like 4A tournaments. So he's not sponsoring them. There's no real team. You're not getting like
temp sponsor
headshots and stuff. It's a temp sponsorship to make sure that certain top players who don't have a real sponsorship yet can get to tournaments. Coming to mind is Wadi and Cosmos. Both those guys not sponsored right now, but still having great results. Wadi number 20, I think, on the PGR right now. That's pretty big pickup. And Cosmos has always been very he's always been very good. Like Cosmos has always been like one of those like 5th to like 9th people, but have breakouts to get like second or second at a couple tournaments, things like that. So yeah, I think it's really cool for Zero. I don't know what he's like benefiting from that, because for a long time I thought that Zero just really didn't like Smash anymore. But it seems like he's like, even if he doesn't like the game or he doesn't want to like enter tournaments, he still respects the scene and he wants to see people thrive. And so for that, I commend him. It's very nice.
It might be a way of him just trying to give back to all the tournaments that allowed him to become to get to where he is today.
Yeah.
Because like he would not be where he is today without all those TOs running those tournaments for him or Smash existing in general. So maybe it could just be a way for him to give back. It's very nice. I maybe there's some other motive behind it, but yeah, as far as I'm aware, he's just doing it out of the goodness of his heart. So.
Right. All right. Well, there you have it, guys. I mean, we kind of went all over the place with this episode. We have 2 main topics, and then we had like a couple little subtopics. I think I'm gonna try to timestamp this one. I just have to go through the video myself and then like kind of like timestamp it when I put it up. So that way, because I feel like a lot of people want to catch just like a certain part of the talk, and I think that would actually help out quite a bit. So I'll probably timestamp this one. I might stream again later today. I'm not completely sure. It depends on if I get my packing and laundry done in time. But guys, this is Hard Reads. Austin, you got any final thoughts?
Stay safe out there, guys. Make sure to wash your hands. Don't touch your face. That's all I got. Don't touch your face, TK.
I'm probably still gonna keep touching.
It's a really hard habit to break, man. It really is.
What is Chu gonna do? He can't pose anymore. You know, like no more yayas.
No,
like he can't touch his face.
He can do it like this, you know, where he's not actually touching his face.
Oh,
yeah, it looks fine. You know, it looks fine like that, but it's the receptive of the camera. You know.
It's such as long as you're looking at the camera, it's fine. So yeah. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hard Reads is every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Even when I'm like traveling on the road and I'm not home on a Wednesday, I still have my laptop and stuff on me. So you will never miss an episode on 6 p.m. unless it's like on Christmas or like some holiday or something like that. Definitely keep supporting the channel. We very much appreciate you. The more support on this channel means the more support for me. And if you're supporting me, you're the homie. Also hit that follow button so that way you can keep up with the action here. If you really like it, hit that sub button. And the podcast version and the YouTube version will be up very soon if you did not catch the entire thing. Guys, I'm TKbreezy.
I'm Austy.
You guys have a good night.